All right, all right. Hey, good morning, everyone. So happy to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It is 1 minute till the top of the hour, and we will start very soon. And all of you who are already here, I so appreciate that. Welcome to this webinar that's going to be all about how to get organized. And I will be sharing my screen here in a moment. I just want to make sure that we got all the technology going, everything's flowing well, and I hope that your day is flowing well. I hope all of you are just doing awesome today. I am here in my home in Fort Collins, Colorado, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Hopefully it's beautiful wherever you are. And yeah, just so happy that you're here. I'll give everyone just an extra minute to get settled in. Get your coffee going. I got my coffee right here. My wife and I were really into these I think they're called You Are Here cups from Starbucks. And this one, I happened to grab my New Jersey cup. And you may be thinking, what's a guy from Colorado doing with a New Jersey coffee mug? Well, my wife grew up going to the Jersey Shore. And we've visited the Jersey Shore a couple times. And that's where we got this mug. So that's why I have it. I'm going to fuel up here. Make sure I'm well energized and well caffeinated for our time together because I want to bring some really good energy for all of you. I want to give you some really good value. I want to help you out. So it looks to me, guys, like it's the top of the hour. It looks to me like it is time to rock and roll. So again, I will share my screen here in a moment, but I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Eric Thompson. I know most of you on this webinar, but if we haven't met face-to-face before, my name is Eric Thompson. I'm here at my home in Fort Collins, Colorado. I love to help realtors. I love to help realtors figure things out. I love to help realtors achieve things that they never thought were even possible. I wrote this book. A lot of you have this book. I wrote this book called The Real Estate Agent's Guide to Getting Your Act Together. I wrote another book called The No Drama Zone. What I love is to help out realtors. So that's why you're here, for some help. And so we are going to get right to that. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen because I put together a PowerPoint for you. What I would ask all of you to do is to make sure that you have a clean piece of paper and something to make some notes with, because what I'll tell you is that you're going to get some takeaways from this for sure. For sure, you're going to get takeaways, like within about the next 90 seconds, you're going to get a really good takeaway. So you want to have a place to make those notes. You need to know I put a lot of research into the things that I do. I don't just kind of make it up. There's a lot of research, a lot of science, a lot of testing that goes on with the things that I'm going to show you here. I also will tell you that we're going to have some fun as we go through the next hour together. All right. So we'll be together for no more than the next hour. All right. So I can promise you that we'll be wrapped up by the next top of the hour. All right. So this is all about how to feel organized. So you're here because that's how you want to feel. You're not feeling as organized as you want to. You want to feel more organized. So let me show you how to do that. Let's get to it. All right. This is one of my favorite phrases. I love to get to it. So we are going to get right to it. Okay. So let me start by asking you a question. All right. Let me ask you a question. There's a takeaway embedded in this question, but let me ask you a question. The question is this: how is your battery? How is your battery right now? And you might be thinking, well, what the heck does he mean by that? What do you mean by battery? What I mean is, if we were to use the metaphor of a phone, your phone has a battery gauge, right? Mine's in the top right corner. If I were to ask you, using a phone as a metaphor, where is your personal battery right now? How are you feeling in terms of your energy tank, like your own personal battery? What percentage is it at? All right. Is it 85%? Is it 62%? Is it 31%? Like, where is your battery right now? And what's interesting is that all of you know where your phone is right now. Like, all of you, without looking, could tell me within a few percentage points where your battery gauge is right now on your phone. I'm guessing that you could do that. And I want you to now think about yourself personally. Where is your battery gauge? It starts with awareness, right? We got to be tuned in. So is it in that upper end where the gauge is still green? Is it in the lower end where it turns yellow and you're getting like signals on your screen, like warning signs, warning messages coming up? Where is your battery? How is your battery at what percentage? And then what I want you to consider, what I want you to think about as we think about this phone metaphor, is that your phone is doing only one of three things. All right. So your phone is doing one of three things. And the same is going to be true for you. So we're going to keep using this phone metaphor. Your phone is either in use. So you're talking to someone on the phone, you're texting, you're searching the web, you're using another app, you're looking at Facebook, it's in use, or it's doing nothing. It's just sitting on the side, right? It's on the table. It's not in use. However, even when it's doing nothing, it's still using energy. Why? Because there are things running, there are apps running, there are things running in the background is what that's called. So same is true for us. We're either actively working with our clients, actively working on our business, writing offers, showing property, meeting with sellers, doing planning, doing goal setting, getting our marketing out, doing our social media posts, or we're kind of neutral. But the thing is, when we're neutral, we're still expending energy. So then we have to look at the third thing that our phone might be doing, and that's being charged up. So when it's plugged in, like when the charging wire is plugged in, or I set it on top of the wireless chargers getting charged, same is true for us. So we are either in use, like actively working, we're doing nothing, neutral, but still expending energy, or we are plugged in, we're getting charged up. So now I want you to think about, for you, using the phone as a metaphor, what's something that charges your battery, right? What is something that charges your battery? Just think about it. You don't have to put it in the chat. What's something that charges up your battery? Is it exercise? Is it reading? Is it meditation? Is it prayer? Is it writing affirmations, journaling, writing gratitudes? Is it just getting outside? Like, what is it for you that charges your battery? You instantly know something. For me, it's on my bike. When I'm on my bike, oh my gosh, my battery is getting charged up. I love being outside on my bike. It's my thing. It's my jam. Now for you, you're going to have your thing. Now here is the most important question of all this as we start off right now. Is it in your schedule? That thing that charges up your battery, is it right now? Is it in your schedule? And if not, what I want you to do, like the moment that this webinar ends, I want you to schedule it, right? And I'm actually going to show you how we're going to go through a scheduling organization process that's very simple, very straightforward. You're even going to get a checklist after this webinar that's going to help you with this. We're going to get it into your schedule, right? Because we have to make sure that we schedule these things. And what you're going to find is we schedule these things first, because it's the most important, and everything else gets built around it, right? So that's the question. So here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. All of you who are here for this webinar about how to get organized, there's some guesses that I can make about this. And one thing I know is that the market right now, it's making my realtor friends feel unorganized and feel scattered. I mean, that's the very reason why you're here. You're feeling at least some degree of unorganization, some degree of scatteredness, right? You're feeling that at least a little bit. You feel likely pulled in a million different directions, right? It's your buyers, it's your sellers, it's your managing broker, it's your spouse, it's your kids, it's your friends. It's like, all good stuff, right? But still, we get pulled in a million directions. That's how you feel. You feel even sometimes out of balance, maybe a lot out of balance, maybe at least a little bit out of balance. That's how you feel right now. You feel even, gosh forbid, even a little bit burnout, or on the way to getting burnout, right? And then that's a heartbreak, right? I don't like to see that. That's why I'm doing this webinar in the first place. So my realtor friends right now, they are thinking, oh my gosh, I've never worked so hard. Are you thinking that right now? I'm guessing that you are. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I've never worked so hard. I've been in this business several years or even several months. I've never, ever worked so hard. It's offer after offer. It's working with these sellers and evaluating all these different offers and figuring out these new things like appraisal gaps and escalation clauses and on and on. I've never, ever worked so hard. I've never worked so hard to find inventory. I'm sending letters. I'm trying to find things off market. I'm looking at Zillow and for sale by owners on Zillow, and I've never worked so hard to find inventory. I've never, ever worked so hard for my clients. You're asking yourself, when will this pace slow down? Boy, I'm going at a really fast pace right now. When is this pace going to slow down? I could use a little breather. I could use a little break. Is this pace ever going to slow down? Because I'm not sure I can keep going. This is a thought you may be having right now. I'm not sure that I can keep going. I don't think I'll ever be balanced again. Oh my gosh, I feel really out of balance. I don't see anything on the horizon that's really going to change things. I'm not sure if I'll ever be balanced again. I just really need to get my act together. That's probably what you're saying right now. To some degree, I just really need to get my act together. So with all that, that may not have been pleasant to see all those slides. With all that, the good news, guys, I can totally help you, right? So you're in the right spot. I can totally help you. And this is going to help you. And The more good news, and this is also really impactful, really powerful, it's completely possible, right? So just know that it's like totally possible to get balance back in your life, to feel organized, to feel settled, to feel focused, to feel like there's plenty of time to be able to breathe and to slow down. Guys, it is totally possible. And what I need you to do, just completely buy into the possibility, right? So completely buy into the fact that it is completely possible, because it is completely possible. You just need someone to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first coaching tip I'm going to give you right now, the first coaching tip I'm going to give you is this one. I want you to stop harassing yourself. So depending, and this is maybe different degrees going on inside of you, but if you're feeling unorganized and if you're feeling scattered, one thing that I notice that happens sometimes is that my realtor friends start to give themselves a hard time for feeling unorganized and scattered, which I will tell you does nothing to improve the situation, okay? It only makes it worse, all right? So if you're feeling unorganized, scattered, pulled in a million different directions, out of balance, and then you start harassing yourself for feeling unorganized, scattered, out of balance, it's not good, right? It's not helpful. And it just kicks you into this loop that it can be hard to get out of. And it's certainly not helping you to make progress toward organization and focus and not feeling pulled in a million different directions. And it's not leading you toward anything like balance, right? So let's commit, let's agree right now that we're going to stop harassing ourselves, right? We're just going to give ourselves a break. Let's just give ourselves a break. Let's get off our own case. Let's just start figuring things out and stop harassing ourselves, right? So that's coaching tip number one I want to give you. If, by the way, as we go along, if any of this is helpful, if you're getting some takeaways, just like, it's fun for me to see in the chat, like even like yes, or I love that, or thumbs up, or thank you, or I can use that, or wow, that's a new thing. Anything like that, I love to see. So you are welcome to do things like that to make this super interactive. Here's the second coaching tip I'm going to give you. We go slow to go fast. All right, go slow to go fast. Some of you have been hearing this mantra from me over the last couple months. So maybe this is a reminder. Maybe you're seeing this for the first time. Guys, has there ever been a time where it's so important to go fast at the end, right? Go fast at the end of a process. The easiest example to think about here are buyers, right? We got to go fast at the end. So what do we have to do at the beginning? We got to slow down, right? We got to go slow. So if we want to go fast, we must go slow at the beginning. If we want to go extremely fast at the end, we must go extremely slow at the beginning. Same goes with us and how we treat ourselves, even how we start our day. Let's start our day slow, right? Let's just breathe, all right? Let's just like take a breath, slow it down. In the morning, you have your coffee, you read, you catch up, you map out your day. I teach a writing process that includes writing down your intentions, all right? What are your big intentions for the day? So no need to start our day like at this frantic pace, right? And just go, go, go. And oh my gosh, there's so much to do. And just, immediately we start harassing ourselves and questioning if we can get it all done. Like that's no way to start the day, right? So let's start our day slow so that we can be clipping along at a really good pace during the day. We're gonna go slow to go fast. What we're gonna do as we go along here together in our webinar today and our time together, we're going to get control of your schedule. And I'm hoping that that feels good. I'm hoping that that feels relieving. You're probably like, yes, please, let's do more of that. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right. I'm going to walk you through a really simple process and the checklist I send you afterwards. I know that's really going to help you too, because we're going to get control of your schedule. And you need to know this starts with a very simple mantra. All right. Simple mantra that I want you to adopt. This is a sentence that I want you to put inside of your head as it relates to your schedule, as it relates to your routine, as it relates to you mapping things out in your calendar. This is the mantra. Just say to yourself, you know what? I follow through on commitments to myself. I am someone who follows through. I am really good at making promises and following through on those promises. And you know what? I already know about you. That's true. I know that's true about you. You wouldn't be here otherwise, right? So think about promises that you make to your clients. You follow through on those promises. Promises that you make to your family, you follow through on those promises. And so you're someone who follows through on promises and just follow through on those promises to yourself. right? And you're good at doing that, right? And so just fully adopt this mantra, fully adopt this belief in this sentence. Just say to yourself, you know what? I am someone who completely follows through on all the commitments I make to myself. And when you say that to yourself, and it's already true, so you're not making that up. And then when you show yourself that you do it, because what this is going to do is it's going to make you aware of all the commitments that you do follow through on with yourself. What that's going to do is it's going to just build up this great trust in yourself. Isn't that cool? Right? So you just really start to believe in yourself, really start to totally trust yourself. And you know that you always follow through on your own commitments, right? So just a really simple yet impactful mantra that we're going to have when you say to yourself, I follow through on commitments to myself, right? So is that helpful? Is this good so far? Is this something that you can adopt? And when you start adopting this, I want you to start practicing this, right? And this means that sentence that I just showed you, I'm someone who follows through on commitments to myself. And I'm going to show you how to actually practice, right? So this is a way to think about your calendar that I'm about to show you. The people that I've taught this to, this has been a game changer, right? So this next slide is totally worth the price of admission to this webinar, which by the way was $0, but it's definitely worth your investment of time. And here's how you do it, all right? So here's how you think about your calendar, and specifically you think about the time blocked things that you put in your calendar. What you do is this: anything that you time block, any project that you're going to work on, any activity that you're going to do that builds up yourself or builds up your business, you are going to think about that as a meeting with your future self. All right. So that thing that's living in your calendar, that project that you want to work on. So let's pretend that it's sending out property reviews. So I'm a big believer in the property review strategy. I have a whole straightforward, simple course on that, how to do that. It's an hour-long webinar. It's really good. And anyway, so I'm a big believer in sending out 2 property reviews per week. Of course, though, that's just a way to show a client what's happening in their neighborhood, what's happening in their market. It's a way to add value to them, just delight them, answer a question they already have, which is, I wonder what's happening with my real estate. So in order for that to happen, and what I coach is to do 2 of these a week. So for that to happen, that needs to live in your schedule, right? That needs to be time blocked in your schedule. So that's living there. Let's say on today's Thursday. Let's say it's living there on Thursday. And I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. Let's say it's living there tomorrow on Thursday. So what that is, that's a meeting with your future self. And when you can think of something like that as a meeting with your future self, the way that you respond and the way that you like have a relationship with that meeting is that you would never blow it off, because you would never ever blow off a meeting with another person, right? So there are probably right now things in your calendar that are meetings with another person. It may be on the phone, it may be by Zoom, it may be face to face. There are things in your calendar that where you're going to connect with other people. You would never blow that off, right? You would never just like no show for that meeting. You wouldn't do that. If something came up that was like super urgent, really important, what would you do? You would reach out to that person and say, hey, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This big thing came up. I really apologize. Can we reschedule, please? And they will be understanding, and you're going to reschedule. And what do you do then? You literally grab that meeting in your calendar and you grab it and you move it to a new place. So if something comes up where you absolutely, for whatever reason, you can't accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish, the thing that you've laid out there in your calendar that you time blocked, what do? You move it. What do you not do? Blow it off, right? So we never ever blow off meetings with our future self, because we would never blow off a meeting with another person. So that's the way I want you to think about anything that's living in your calendar is something that's going to build up yourself or build up your business. You've time blocked it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to walk you through that process. But the way to think about those time blocks, the way to think about those appointments is that it's an appointment. It's an appointment with you. It's an appointment with the future version of you. And you know what? The future version of you will be so thankful that you followed through in that commitment. So your future self is sitting out there in the future saying, thank you for following through in that commitment, because you just helped me. You just helped me to become a better person. You just helped me to grow my business even more. You just helped me to make more money. You just helped me to build more balance into my life, achieve my goal. Thank you so much for following through in that commitment. I so appreciate that. So just think of it as another person, all right? And you would never ever blow off a meeting with another person. So what is the first thing that you time block? We were just talking about time blocking. What's the very first thing that you time block? Is the battery recharge. So that's how we started this whole webinar, right? So you start with time blocking the items that actually recharge your battery. Those are the very first things that you put in your calendar. So in a couple minutes, I'm going to show you, and we're going to do an example calendar. I'm going to show you how that works. But these are the first things that go in your calendar. So we don't leave these things to the end. We don't hope to find some time. Gosh, I hope to find some time this week to work out. I hope to find some time this week to hang out with my family or to go see my friends. Gosh, if it works out, I hope to get out on a hike or on a walk this week. No, these things go in the calendar first. You know why? Because they're the most important, right? So what do we often do overnight with our phone? We plug it in because we know we want to start the day with our phone charged up. Isn't that a good feeling to have like 100% battery on your phone? Same things. It isn't a good thing to feel 100% battery with yourself. And so we charge up our battery first, right? Those are the very first things that go into our calendar. I'm going to show you how to do that. So because we're all hustling so hard right now, we just hustle, 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 go, 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 fast, 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 work, 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 grind, grind, grind. We must recover and recharge at the same intensity that we're hustling. So a lot of us, we are hustling so hard right now. We're just getting after it. We're going so, so hard. We must recover at that same level of intensity and same level of intentionality. So we got to be really intentional about our rest, about our recovery, about plugging our battery in so that we charge up our battery. We can't just wait around and hope that our battery gets recharged. It's never going to happen. We have to like take a stance, like plant our flag and say, yes, I'm going to help myself out. I'm going to recharge my battery. Okay, so those are some philosophical, those are some lessons there. It's just some new ways to think about the things that are in your calendar, ways to think about the calendar itself. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop out of my PowerPoint and I'm going to walk you through a weekly planning process, right? So I'm going to put a calendar on the screen. I'm going to show you ideally how this is done each and every week. So this is a weekly planning process. What I'm about to show you, you will get in a checklist. Stay till the end of the webinar. I'll tell you how that's going to happen. And so you're going to have that checklist to use each and every week. This is so simple and straightforward. And this is a game changer. It all starts with the mantra, I'm someone who follows through on commitments to myself. And it all starts with the way to think about these time blocks is meetings with your future self. You would never, ever blow those off, right? So again, I'm going to send you all of this in a checklist. This is what the checklist looks like. I'll tell you what, there's that logo there at the top that's related to my coaching program I have. All of you are going to have an invitation to join it. It's called Alpha State. This is the process that we use inside this coaching program. And this is a game changer, right? This makes a huge, huge difference. So no need to make all these notes right now that you're seeing here on the screen because you're going to get this very worksheet, this very checklist at the end of this webinar. Okay. And then I'm also going to show you, after we go through this process, I'll show you how to get even more help, right? I'll show you how you get invited into this program called Alpha State, which is going to take us to an even higher level for you. It's going to give you even more help. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so let's get to this calendar exercise. All right, so let's just pull up the calendar and I want to make sure that you can see my screen. And good deal. All right, so you should be able to see my calendar right now. So if for some reason you don't see my calendar on the screen, type a note in the chat, but I'm pretty sure that you do. Let me just double check. Yep, looks like you do. Okay, so I've pre-populated this with a few things that I'll walk you through, but I didn't want to bore you with watching me type all these things into this calendar. So I just decided to use this week that we're in. So here we are making this video on June the 30th, Wednesday, June the 30th. And so let's just use this week as an example. What did I tell you? What I told you was the first thing that we calendar in, the first thing that we drop in as part of our process, are the things that recharge our battery. Now, you see three things going on here in this example calendar that are all battery recharge types of items. All right. Now, I recommend all these things for sure. And you may choose to do these things at slightly different times, which is fine. No need to, we're not going to debate when these happen exactly. But these things up here tend to be good in the morning. This is obviously an evening thing, but let me just tell you about each one of these. So what I recommend and what we teach in the Alpha State program is a morning routine. All right. So we teach a morning routine. It should take no more than 30 minutes. Sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 15. And you can see that this happens every single weekday. So this is actually the first thing that goes in the calendar is the morning routine. This definitely recharges the battery. So you're asking, so what happens during a morning routine? It's pretty simple. There needs to be some version of learning, all right, and building up your brain. So it could be reading. I'm a big believer in reading. I love to read. Some people would rather listen. They like to listen to books. So then they can combine it with exercise and we'll talk about that in a minute. And the other way to learn is with videos, all right? So watching inspirational, educational videos. Lately, the last few months, I've been really into videos. I've been doing more video watching than reading. I'm just making that choice on how I'm doing my learning every morning. So it's learning, and then it's building up your mindset by writing. All right, and I teach this in Alpha State, a writing routine. It's called 4-3-2-1, where you write out your gratitudes, your intentions, 2 people you're going to focus on that day. You write out your 1 mission statement. And so when you write that down every single day, you start the day with great energy, great positivity because you've focused on gratitude, great intention because you know and you've already written down what it is you want to achieve that day. You've written down the people that you want to really go out of your way to help that day. You've reminded yourself of your 1 mission statement. That exercise takes like 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. And oh my gosh, you are ready to rock and roll. You talk about going slow to go fast. It's really, really impactful. So we got a morning routine every day. Then what do we have? We have exercise that might be like really vigorous. I mean, maybe it's a 5-mile run, maybe Zumba class, right? It could be a longer bike ride, but it can also just be like a walk around the block. So I'm a big believer in just getting your body moving in the morning, getting the blood flowing. That really gets the energy up. It flushes out bad stuff out of your system when you get your body moving like that. Even if you can break a sweat, even better. So that's happening in the morning. And then in the evening, what do we commit to? We commit to family time. And for you, if you don't have family in your household, maybe it's friend time, but it's time blocked out where you can be fully present with other people. And if you could do that for an hour every evening with the people who are in your household, the people who care about you the most, think about the gift that gives them. Think about how good that feels when you can just be totally present. So what does that mean? That means pretty much you're putting your phone down. Pretty much you're putting your phone aside. I get it when you have like the super, super urgent issue going on, or you got the offer and you're waiting to get the response on the offer. Like I get that when you have to be checking your phone, but for the most part you don't. And so could you put that aside for an hour just so you can settle in, be present, have a great meal with your loved ones? So that's how we start, right? So that's how we start this exercise. So in the checklist, you're going to see morning routine, you're going to see exercise, and make these notes. So that's first, morning routine. Second is exercise. Third is family time in the evening. And then the next one to put in, I recommend a half of a weekend day for family and friends. All right, even if it's just a couple hours that you could block out on the weekend, and it could be going for a hike. It could be something bigger, like we have a water park that's about an hour away. So it could be something like that. So could you block out a little bit of time for family and friends on the weekend? Again, now what we've done, we got everything in here that charges up our battery, right? All the things that are going to keep us charged up, keep our battery at least 85%. And that's what we recommend, at least 85%. All those things now are built in. So now we can go be active in our business knowing that our battery is going to be charged up. All right, so here are the steps. Here are the things to block in your calendar. Here are the things that you are going to get in this checklist. All right, so the first one you want to put in is your customer service calls. So I said the first thing, it's the first thing related to building up your business. So all those things that we put in initially are things that build up yourself, kind of build your personal self, build your life. And now what we're going to do is put in the things that build your business. So customer service calls, what's that? It's reaching out to all the people who are under contract, right? So do you have folks who are buyers under contract, even buyers really actively looking, sellers who are listed, sellers who are under contract? It's a proactive reach out to them just to check in, right? Here's a check-in, here's an update. You tell them ahead of time where you say, hey, just so you know, I reach out to all my clients on Mondays at 10 o'clock just to check in. You can expect that. And what that will do is reduce the number of inbound calls to you. And you can be much more proactive, and that will make them feel really good. It will really demonstrate your professionalism when you can do these customer service calls. Now, I just happen to drop this in on Mondays at 10. I do think that's a really good time for it, but you can choose whenever you want. I would make it earlier in the week. Some people even believe in bookending it, where you make another one over on Friday. But I think committing to at least one of these a week is really, really great. If you could block out an hour, that will be terrific. What also happens to occur is that these calls end up building up your business, right? So they end up allowing you to build up more referrals. You're going to hear about other transaction opportunities. So that's one that you want to put in. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do here as an example is we're going to say that this person has a strategy where they go to lunch with a client every single Wednesday. All right, so it works for them. They like that. They like that as a way to stay connected with their clients. And what they do is they put that in their calendar as a recurring appointment every single week. And then their mission in life is just to fill that appointment. And the way they fill that appointment is they make calls or texts, either one works, on Wednesdays in the morning. All right, so from Wednesdays from 9 to 10, they're reaching out to people for various reasons. I coach a lot of different reasons on why you would want to call someone, and great reasons to reach out or text. But one reason is to fill the next week's appointment. So that works pretty well. You have that standing appointment, client lunch every single Wednesday. My mission in life is to make sure I have lunch with a client every single Wednesday. And then what I'm doing is I'm blocking out time in the morning to fill that lunch appointment for the next week, right? So that's a nice little flow to that. Okay, so then what we do, and also that you can make other connections during this hour. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put time in the calendar to work on the property reviews. So what I find is it's good to block out an hour for that, to get that done. And let's see if I can make this calendar appointment last for an hour. I'm sure I can. All right, so we're doing 2 property reviews at this time on Thursdays at 10. And what we're doing during that time, we're not only creating the property review, we're compiling it, packaging it, getting it out the door. We are following up on the ones we sent the week before. So the ones that went out the week before, the previous Thursday, we're now following up on those this Thursday. And that's a really nice flow. So that way, every single Thursday at 10, for example, I'm going to complete 2 property reviews. I'm going to get them done, packaged up, out the door, and then I'm going to follow up on the ones I sent the week before. And so that's my property review hour. That works super well. Okay, we just have a couple other things left. One is what I recommend, what you're going to see on the checklist is a review of the hot and warm list. All right, so that's just a list of prospective clients, the list of people who are considering real estate in the future. And what I do actually is put that as part of the morning routine. So you can do that up here. So after you've done your reading or video watching, after you've done your writing exercise, you just pull out the hot warm list, look at your list of prospective clients, and then that helps you to think about those people throughout the day. And you have your radar up for potential properties that may hit the market. So all that means is you start the day with those people being very top of mind for you. The last thing that we drop in here is database. All right, so we do database cleanup. This is the last thing you're going to see in the checklist. And I believe that you can do this in a half hour. the way to think about this is it's like your garden, all right? So your database is like a garden where from time to time you have to weed your garden. From time to time you have to plant new seeds and water it and fertilize it, right? And really take care of it. So you're just committing just a half hour every week to work on maintaining your database. So what does that mean? You're taking people out that shouldn't be in there anymore for whatever reason, like they're clearly working with another realtor. They clearly have a great relationship with another realtor. Maybe they've completely moved out of the area, but you can even argue that even if they moved out of the area, you shouldn't take them out. But you for sure are going to have people to add. So it's super likely that you're going to have people to add to your database as the week goes on. Now you know you have time committed on Friday to work on your database, just work on maintaining it, work on cleaning it up. All right, so guys, that is your really simple, straightforward process. And what I want you to notice is look at all of this white space that's in here. And you might be saying, well, whoa, time out. You know, I got sales meetings, I got the kids' soccer game, I got this, I got that. And yes, I understand that's great, but you're still going to have plenty of open space in your calendar to show property, to meet with clients, to preview properties, to do personal things, to run your errands, to be doing the things that your spouse is asking you to do, whatever it is, to be at the kids' activity. There's plenty of time here to do that, but it all starts with getting this mapped out, getting it planned out, doing this on a Sunday evening or Monday morning, using my checklist. And guys, this will do wonders for you in terms of you getting organized, in terms of you feeling way better about your calendar. Then just remember, here's what you do. You always follow through in your commitments to yourself. And if something comes up, what do? You move it. So let's say, you know, here we are on Wednesday morning, the 30th, and you have this time blocked out for your client calls and your texts. And let's say that something really important comes up, like this webinar. I'm not trying to hold myself out to be that important, but let's just use this webinar as an example. Where you say, hey, I'm actually going to be on this webinar. I can't do my calls and text then. What do? You grab this appointment and you move it. So you just do that, but you don't blow it off, because you would never ever blow off a meeting with another person. All right, so again, you are going to get the planning checklist that shows you the method, shows you the steps to get all those things done, to do exactly what I just showed you. You're going to get that after this webinar. And now let's just go through a few of the things here that I know are going to be helpful to you. And I hope that's been helpful so far. If you've gotten some takeaways, feel free to just drop a note in the chat that says like, yes, or this has been helpful, or thank you, or aha. Maybe if you've had an aha, and I'll see those right here. That's really fun to look at. I'm looking over at the chat window right now. So that's fantastic. So good. So guys, I just taught you some ways to get organized. So now, is it okay with you if I show you how to get more help like this? Like, can I have your permission to just show you a way to get even more help like this, get some more coaching if you really want to take this to a new level? Because here's the thing, I know that you're here because you're at least slightly burnt out, or you're feeling at least slightly on the path to potentially being burnt out. I don't like that, all right? I want to help you with that. I want to show you a way to prevent that. I want to show you a way to just like completely interrupt that path, if that's the path that you feel like you might be on. And listen, you don't have to run yourself into the ground, right? That's not what you signed up for. That's not what this business is about, right? It's not about running yourself into the ground, all right? You don't have to do that. And don't you want to feel, I'm sure you do, I know you do, don't you want to feel just totally confident, totally in control? I'm sure you do. And you need to know you don't need to over hustle to take care of your clients. And we trick ourselves to think that sometimes, right? We trick ourselves to think, well, the only way I can really help my clients is I just need to like overdo it and totally over hustle. And we don't need to over hustle. We actually end up doing our clients a disservice when we're over hustling because we're burning ourselves out, right? So burnout is not good for our clients, definitely not good for us, but it's also not good for our clients. And we don't need to over hustle to take care of them. You don't need to burn yourself out to make the money you want. We trick ourselves into thinking that too, like, my gosh, the only way to make the money that I want to make is I just kind of totally burn myself out and burn the candle at both ends and just put in the late nights and go and hustle. But that's not the way to make the money that you want, by burning yourself out. And look, there's a reason why you chose this profession. I know there's a reason why you chose this profession. You wanted what I call the ideal realtor lifestyle. Like you have this vision, you have this image in your mind of ideally what it's like to be a realtor and this lifestyle that you would have, right? Where you want to take great care of your clients. So that's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you think about the ideal lifestyle of a realtor. It's you taking great care of your clients, right? Just terrific care through this really important time in their life. And you want to have them adore you. Like that's awesome. And that's ideally where you want to go, and how you want to live your realtor life is have clients who adore you. And that's fantastic, right? Nothing wrong with that, with having a bunch of people who absolutely adore you. You want to make great money in this business. That's part of the reason that you were attracted to this business. All the earning potential, there's just amazing money potential in this business. I love that about real estate, right? So you want to make that great money. You want to have a bunch of freedom. That's a big reason why you chose this profession, as opposed to a regular job, punching the clock, sitting in the cubicle field at the big office, right? That really turns you off. You wanted to have a ton of freedom. And I know you still want all that. Like, I know you want that. And even you're in the place where you are now, but I know you still want all those things. And the best news is this, guys, again, it's completely possible. Like, it's totally possible to have that realtor lifestyle. It's absolutely possible. And listen, I can teach you how to have this lifestyle that you want. I can teach you exactly how to do that. It's pretty straightforward. It's not complicated. It's just some simple steps that I show you, and I can teach you exactly how to do that. I can teach you how to feel amazing and confident and focused every single day, right? I can teach you how to do that. This is a skill, right? It's something that you learn how to do. There's a process to this. It's not overly complex, right? It's not like a big long textbook. This is pretty straightforward, and you just need to be taught how to do it. I can teach you. And I know you get frustrated by the ups and downs of real estate, and there are some ups and downs, aren't there, right? And I know that can be frustrating. I know you want more consistent income. Like you're saying, gosh, it would be so nice if my income was just more predictable, more consistent, not doing this, right? But kind of doing this, that would be amazing. Well, the way to do that is to build up your skills, right? So I can help you build up your skills so your clients love you even more than they already do. So they are happy to send you friendly referrals consistently, which then produces the consistent income that you want, right? So it all starts with the skill sets that you have to make your clients even more delighted, even more happy. Do it in a way that's easy on you. It's automated, it's straightforward, it's simple. That's what produces the consistent income. Look, if you had balance, freedom, and more than enough money, like if you had those things, total balance, total freedom, and more than enough money, wouldn't that be amazing? Yes, right. Of course, that would be amazing. That would be incredible. Wouldn't it be worth just a little bit of time to invest to have that, to have the freedom, to have the balance, to have the income that you want? Would that be worth just a little smidge of time? Absolutely, it would. So I'm going to show you how to invest just a little bit of time each month to get that lifestyle that you want. So you want the realtor lifestyle, you want that ideal realtor lifestyle. I'm going to show you how to invest just a little bit of time so that you can have that. So it's my program I mentioned before. It's called Alpha State. Right. The reason why it's called that is it's all designed to get ourselves in an alpha state of mind, where there are alpha waves being generated in our brain, which puts us in the best state of mind to go out and make a really awesome contribution, do great things in our business. So it's coaching that gets you yourself and your business into that state. So this program gives you all of this. I'm going to show you how, right? So it's really simple, right? I'm going to show you how it does it. It's very straightforward. It's super simple. We do it with live workshops and recorded classes. I mean, that's it. So we do live workshops, like, for instance, we'll do a live workshop on how to explain your fee, right? How to communicate value to your clients. We do recorded classes on how to earn more money, how to build up your own self-worth and your own perception of your own value, how to build up your confidence, right? So those are some examples of the recorded classes. I give you a weekly mission. So every single week you have a simple mission. So you start that week with clarity on what it is you're going to focus on, what it is you're going to get done, what it is that's going to move you forward in your business and your life. So you get this weekly mission delivered to you, so you don't have to think it up yourself. And I hold you to it. I give you that mission. So all of this, it's delivered right to you, like really simply. You don't have to go hunt it down. It's not complicated to find it. It's delivered right to you. So it's like having really an on-demand coach. All right. So you have this place where all of this coaching lives. It's really simple. It's on your computers where it lives. And so it's on demand. So if something comes up, you can reach out to your on-demand coach and access these lessons, access these recordings, access the live workshops, so that you're getting helped with the very thing that you need help with. So it's like having an on-demand coach. So got a problem, get the answer. All right. So for example, like, oh my gosh, I keep getting fee objections. What do? You go to the lesson that we already have about fee objections. You're thinking, I need to really improve my negotiation skills, like working with challenging personalities and like other realtors who can be hard to deal with. I need help with that. Well, just go to the class that we have sitting right there on negotiation, or jump on the live workshop that we're going to have around negotiation, right? So it's all there, just like an on-demand coach. You may need help finding clients, right? So how do I attract more clients? How do we do it? Like, what are the steps? What's the method? What are the best ways to have more business and have more raving fans and have more clients? Just access the class that we do on finding clients. I need to have more confidence. Boy, it'd sure be nice if I could have like on-demand confidence. And my confidence was built every single day. If I could just access my own authentic confidence, that would be amazing. We have a workshop, we have a class on confidence. So you just access that. So whatever's coming up for you, just go access it. Again, it's like an on-demand coach. It may be something like focus. I need to feel more focused and not so scattered. Guess what? We have coaching on that. I need to feel more balanced. We have coaching on that. So it's all of this. It just lives simply on your private membership site. This is your on-demand coach. Plus we're interacting live. So it's not just the videos, as we're having live interaction as well, that all really, really helps you out. So you get, in this program, you get mindset skills so that you feel great about yourself, right? You just feel awesome about yourself. You learn how to really manage your mindset, manage your thoughts, so that you can feel great about yourself every day in a very authentic way, not a fake it till you make it way, but it's a very authentic way. And then in addition, you get real estate skills, so you feel really confident about your business. So you approach every real estate situation with total confidence, knowing that you know exactly what to do and exactly what to say. So regardless of what comes up, you've been coached by me on what to do and what to say. So it may be the seller that says, you know what, we're thinking about going for sale by owner, or you know what, we think we're going to talk to another realtor, or the seller that says, hey, will you discount your fee? I'd show you what to do and what to say in those situations. And maybe it's the buyers, like, I think we just want to think about it. I think we're just going to hold off for now. We're worried about the market crashing. All right, I show you what to do and what to say in that situation, right? Through the tough negotiations, through the difficult challenges that come along, I show you exactly what to do, exactly what to say, so that you feel super confident. Plus, in this program, you are connected to a community of wonderful people, just amazing people like you who just want to go out and do amazing things. They're really elevating their game, and they're from all over. They're from literally all over the country. Every time zone is represented. All kinds of different companies, all kinds of different background situations, but what we all have in common is we all just want to go out and make our very best contribution, right? So these are amazing people like you who are doing amazing things. You get to hear from them, learn from them, get to know them, so that you can be inspired by them. And you're going to get a massive return on this investment, right? You're going to see this investment is tiny relative to the return that you get. Because see, I teach you how to make more money in this program. I teach you how to do it. There's plenty of learning and workshops and lessons around how to make more money, so you get that return. But I also teach you how to just feel amazing about yourself, right? So it's this double return. You get a financial return, but then you get this feeling return too. Like you're just feeling so good about yourself. You stop harassing yourself. You start feeling good about yourself, so that you can get out and do the things that you're supposed to do, and you can help more people. As I talk about this, you may be wondering if there's some really long-term commitment. Am I locked in? Is that like, oh, geez, I don't know about getting locked in to anything long-term. You may be wondering that. Guess what? There isn't, all right? There's no long-term commitment, all right? It's month to month. You're just deciding each month if you want to keep going, and it's fine if you do, fine if you don't. I mean, of course, I hope you stick around, but if you don't want to for whatever reason, it's pretty rare that people leave, but anything comes up, there's nothing that you're locked into, right? So You can be a member of this program for as long as you want, right? So for as long as you want, you can be a member. It's totally up to you. It's totally your decision. And what you need to know, this is way more affordable than a one-on-one coach. Like a one-on-one coach, you may know, is like charging you $1,500 a month or even more. So it's way more affordable than that. It's also way less expensive than any kind of multi-day seminar that might be out there. You go to some seminar for 3 days, hundreds and hundreds of dollars plus travel. It's way less expensive than that. It's $87. Right? So this is $87. Everything I've just explained to you, it's $87 on a month-by-month basis. You're just making the choice each month. If you want to keep going, it's $87. So you get pretty massive return on that. So it's month to month. You stay as long as it helps you. As long as this is helpful to you, you can stick around, right? So it's you showing your commitment to yourself, right? So you're showing yourself that you are committed to this. It's you saying, I'm committed to feeling amazing every day. And so the next step, guys, the next step is to sign up. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to get a link right after this webinar. I think it's like arriving in your inbox, like as we speak. You're going to get a link to the sign up now in your email. Now, be sure to check your spam. Be sure to check if you don't see it, go into your junk, your spam. Sometimes it hits that filter. So go in there. You're going to get a link to this right after the fact. And so look for that. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get a welcome kit in the mail. You're going to get access to your membership site. You're going to get those things immediately so you can get going, so you can start getting help, right? You'll start getting invited to our live workshops. You're going to be on your way. So even if you're thinking, guys, even if you think, you know what, I've tried other things before, it didn't work. This is very different because you get mindset and business skills, right? You get both of those things. And it's the combination of the two which give you what you want, right? That's what makes this different. So the mindset skills and the business skills together that makes this very different. Here's the last thing I'll share with you. If you sign up this week, I'm going to give you this book so that you'll get the printed version of this book when you sign up this week. If you have the electronic version, there's different content in here. So there's some additional content in this printed version. So this is a bonus I'm going to send to you when you sign up this week. You're going to get this book. All right, so watch for the email. I think it just hit your inbox. There's a link in there to sign up. So sign up this week to get that bonus. Thank you so much for engaging with this webinar. So appreciate it. I hope you got some help. I hope you got some takeaways. Go out and get organized. Go out and follow this process. Use the checklist that I'm going to send you. So appreciate all of you and all of your engagement today. It's really awesome, and appreciate all of you. Have an amazing Wednesday. Hope to see you really soon. Take care.